from Tamil Nadu, 11 each from West Bengal and Uttar Pradesh, and 8 each from Kerala and Karnataka, insisting that this spread fusion rather than by. Now, the clash has once again raised questions about whether civilian honours can ever be fully insulated from political moment in which they are announced. So, the big question we ask, are the Padma Awards still seen as pure recognition of excellence, merit and service, or have they become another area where politics and perception inevitably collide? Let's take a look at some reactions.
हमें बहुत दुख हुआ क्योंकि जब वो देखिए राज्यपाल होना एक बहुत बड़ी बात है और वो भी महाराष्ट्र में बहुत सम्मान की बात है, लेकिन जब वो यहाँ थे जिस तरह से उन्होंने हमारे जो श्रद्धा स्थान है महात्मा ज्योतिबा फुले और सावित्रीबाई फुले, उनका जिस तरह से उनके ऊपर जो कमेंट्स किए थे वो हमें अच्छे नहीं लगे। हमें बहुत दुख हुआ क्योंकि हमारे लिए वो श्रद्धा स्थान है, हमारी श्रद्धा प्यार विश्वास है उनपे, तो उनके लिए जिस तरह से उन्होंने शब्द इस्तेमाल किए थे इसका मैं आज भी खंडन करती हूँ और हमेशा करती रहूंगी।
देखिए, मैं कोई मेरी प्रशंसा करे, कोई मेरी निंदा करे, इसके लिए मैं काम नहीं करता। मैं संघ का स्वयंसेवक हूँ, मेरे लिए भारत माता सब कुछ है, उसी के लिए हम काम करते हैं, उसके संतानों के लिए काम करते हैं और उसके लिए करते रहेंगे। अब किसी को अच्छा लगेगा, किसी को बुरा लगेगा, तो उसमें मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ। मैं उनको धन्यवाद देता हूँ अगर उनको बुरा लगता है तो। चलो,
Certainly, the BJP has used all its agencies like the ED, CBI, income tax, and also now recently the jury to select the awards of civilian honor like the Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, etc. It has been misused by the ruling dispensation for the political benefit of the BJP party. Though the recipients have done excellent in the field, the timing makes it obvious that there is nothing but political gimmick for the elections.
Now, governance issues will be there. It can be aptly handled by the people who have that leadership medal and acumen in the center. Unfortunately, Congress, you don't find many with that kind of leadership attribute and acumen. So it is quite natural from Congress to make these sorts of allegations.
अब मुझे बताइए, आदरणीय स्वर्गीय शिबू सोरेन जी को भी दिया गया है। कौन से चुनाव हो रहे हैं वहाँ पे और कौन सी राजनीति है? दिक्कत यही है ना कांग्रेस की, और कौन से वो हमारे गठबंधन के हैं या कौन से हमारे साथ उन्होंने काम किया, पर उसके बावजूद, और यही खूबसूरती रही है हमारी सरकार की और यही सोच मेरे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की रही है कि पद्म अवार्ड को बिना किसी राजनीति में उलझाए हुए व्यक्ति विशेष का समर्पण देश के प्रति देखते हुए हम लोगों ने पिछले 11 सालों में ये पद्म अवार्ड देने का हम लोगों ने काम किया पहले। और जो कांग्रेस बोल रही है, सबसे ज्यादा राजनीति तो इन्हीं के कार्यकाल में होती थी।
कांग्रेस पार्टी को पद्मा अवार्ड से यही चिढ़ है कि प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के सरकार के अंदर जो देश के लिए काम करता है, जो समाज के लिए काम करता है, उसको पद्मा अवार्ड मिलता है। जब गांधी वाड्रा परिवार की सरकार थी, जो गांधी वाड्रा परिवार का लॉयलिस्ट था, उसको पद्मा अवार्ड मिलता था। इनको इस बात से चिढ़ है कि इस वक्त भले बंगाल हो, भले तमिलनाडु हो, भले असम हो या देश का कोई भी राज्य हो, प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार अनसंग हीरोज को रिकॉग्नाइज करती है। गांधी वाड्रा परिवार के चाटुकारिता से शिफ्ट होकर आज की तारीख में पद्मा अवार्ड प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के अंडर में पीपल्स पद्मा बन चुका है।
Today, when the Padma Awards have become People's Padma and they are given to various range and diverse range of people working at the grassroots, irrespective of the language they speak, the region they come from, religion or caste or creed they belong to, then those who had made awards as Parivarik awards are perturbed that these have now become People's Padma, and they mock and they do Rajniti over Rashtra Samman and Rashtra-niti. Mr. Chidambaram should remember that while his party gave awards only to their first family, one family, all awards, today even political rivals from various parties, Achyutanandan ji, Shibu Soren ji, Sharad Pawar ji, Tarun Gogoi ji, Pranab Mukherjee ji, Narasimha Rao ji have been given these awards.
Okay, we're joined by Bhavya Narasimhamurthy of the Congress Party, Shazia Ilmi of the BJP. Bhavya, to you first. to any apolitical person, objective person, Padma Awards have suddenly in the last 11 years become quite interesting because, you see these interesting profiles of people working in villages and also amongst people. So why does the Congress criticize the centre of politicizing these awards? Ma'am, you're on mute.
We actually appreciate that, they're finding talents, they're finding the achievers, very accomplished people from across the world. The question is not like we are questioning the awardees' potential here. The question here is the timing and how each state is treated depending on whether they are election states or not. For example, we all know Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Kerala, Assam and Puducherry are going for elections this year, right? 38 awards, 37% of the awards goes to 18% population, which these states constitute. But whereas last year, they only got 11% awards. And of the 5 Padma Vibhushan, which is the second highest honor, 3 goes to one state, Kerala. I'm not saying they're not deserving. They're more than deserving. Yes, they're all achievers. Why didn't they remember them last year? Why didn't they remember them a year before that? Why exactly on the year where, there are elections? And this is not the first year they're doing this.
Okay, Shazia, it's an important point. 5 with Padma Vibhushan, 3 going to Kerala. Yeah, let me get a comment.
I don't think, okay. Good evening. First of all, I'd like to say that I abhor this kind of thinking, that you actually divide and cause, some kind of creates this kind of a false divide between Padma awardees. Unlike the Congress party, which gave awards to 2 journalists, only for Gujarat reporting, biased reporting, you just see who all we've given awards to. And I would like, Bhavya, I would like to ask her, does she really have a problem with award being given to Anke Gowda from Karnataka, this bus conductor who built
How many have you given us? How many have you given us?
Libraries. No, doesn't matter.
I want to ask
you
Shazia, how many have you given our state? What is the population of our state? And you think that we deserve so less?
Yeah, Bhavya, let Shazia finish her point.
It's not like that. There is no quota, my dear. There is no quota.
There is no quota. When we are a diverse country,
okay, Bhavya, let her finish. Let's just have Shazia, please.
Has lesser people, deserving people than the others.
Okay, Shazia, finish your point. Yeah.
And how about the 2 journalists so deserving in the prime of their careers only because they were doing biased reporting against Modi ji? How do you justify that? I think you can never live that down. But anyway, Dr. Armida Fernandez, pediatrician who established Asia's first human milk bank. Kolaya Kaili Devaki, 92-year-old environmentalist, honored for decades of afforestation. I mean, you just look at the awards which have been given.
That's a point.
How, whether it's Mohammed Sharif from Ayodhya.
Bhavya, Shazia has been saying that these are all pro people who have gotten these awards, and there is, what is this about quota? Even if it's being done for elections, these are pro people, right? People are working amongst people. What is the Congress party's contention here? The fact that...
Also, Chaudhry Charan Singh, Mulayam Singh Yadav, Ghulam Nabi Azad.
Okay, Bhavya, your response to whatever Shazia said and the fact that what is the real contention here?
See, like I said, all of them are deserving, totally deserving.
Then salute
the question is how BJP is using everything, including the constitutional organizations to Padma Awards for its election. Yes, they're giving it to people. Maybe, yes, they don't belong to politics. They have, cross political party. They have identified and given. I don't deny that. But a state receiving so many Padma Awards will definitely appeal to the people of the state. But what about those states? What about those deserving people in other states where there are no elections? In fact, don't you think in a diverse country like India, every state has deserving people for these highest honors? And it is injustice if you actually select people based on which year the election goes in which state. This is not acceptable. It's not acceptable to those who deserved it and did not get it. Everybody needs to get their quota. And my question is simple. Why didn't you identify them last year? Why
this is a political messaging, Bhavya. Just because the Congress party didn't do it, you can't criticize the BJP for doing this, right? But Shazia, one point that she made, when you honor political figures, even posthumously, does that, blur the line between recognition and political signaling? Because Sharad Pawar happens, Mulayam Singh Yadav happens. The fact is there is political signaling. You can't deny that, isn't it?
And so you're saying they don't deserve it? They have forgotten their own heroes. I mean, remember Jawaharlal Nehru ensured that he gets a Padma Bhushan compared to BJP, which gives it to leaders of other parties. In fact, it's the opposite of political signaling, something that Congress party in its pettiness must learn to, emulate from BJP. And I hope next time they do, if they ever come to power, which I think the chances of which are very dismal. But I want to tell all of you, and I want to tell through your channel, Vasudha, that Karekala Hajappa, a humble orange vendor who, moved by his own inability to communicate with a foreign customer, devoted his meager savings to building a school for poor children. And today, educating students up to class 10. Don't you think somebody like him should have gotten this award much earlier? Don't you think Mohammed Sharif of Ayodhya?
We are not saying he didn't deserve it. He deserved it 10 years ago. Shazia, he deserved it 5 years ago.
Don't scream.
Bhavya, let her finish. I'll come to you. Yeah,
Don't scream.
My question is the timing.
Let's just have Shazia, please. Shazia, finish your point, then I'll go to Bhavya.
So the shrill shrieking won't help, because in the Constituent Assembly, where the Padma Awards have been instituted as per the debates and with the Constitution, there is no quota system whatsoever. They were not for Delhi-centric lobbying parties who were paying for these, my dear friend, or currying political favors. These are for regular folks. And then imagine Mohammed Sharif of Ayodhya. Why was this done? Why was this done?
But
there were no UP elections.
But Shazia, let me ask you this
now.
question. The fact that, Kerala is going to polls and Mammootty has gotten the Padma Bhushan, and also, a few days ago, Mohanlal got the Dadasaheb Phalke for lifetime achievement. There could be some political signaling. So I think it's a mix of both, isn't it? There is also outreach to pro-people, leaders, and also some kind of outreach to poll-bound states. Isn't that what's happening?
I mean, look at Dharmendra. Don't you think he deserved? I mean, can you imagine? Just because there are some people also from states which are going to polls, there would be there's an issue with that.
Okay.
I mean,
so that's it. Just because,
how they
Bhavya, respond to that. Just because, so every state will be going to polls at some point, right?
I understand.
Bhavya.
I understand you're doing this on purpose because you have no answer to my question. I am not questioning anyone's potential here to deserve this award. Let me make it very clear.
Let's have Bhavya.
Let's have me not to interrupt. Don't interrupt.
You embarrass yourself.
Have any sense of
Bhavya, please
you have to learn to interpret what we are saying, first of all. And second, if you had understood what diversity is, there was no need for me to explain. Definitely, you wouldn't be a spokesperson of BJP. Okay, if you had understood the importance of diversity, importance of states...
No, but Bhavya, see, 15 of them, the highest is from Maharashtra, my dear. So basically, this whole thing that has gone only to poll-bound states will not matter because 15 is from Maharashtra, 13 is from Tamil Nadu, 11 is from West Bengal.
13 goes to Tamil Nadu. The highest Padma Awards goes to... 13 goes to... 3 among 5 Padma Vibhushan.
Okay, the Padma Vibhushan is what is striking you. But if you look at, let me bring in...
It is striking, right? The numbers are striking. The numbers are speaking for themselves.
Bhavya, I just feel this is something that the Congress party could have done. The BJP is doing it.
Shazia might not understand, probably a lesson to be learned. But I'm sure you can see that.
Shazia.
You can see the numbers.
I think we'll have to do something about the frequency of my friend's voice. It's very shrill, and I just wonder whether the glass, bottles will start shattering because there is a lot of, it's too shrill. Okay. And I wonder why that is happening. I'm sorry, but it's bothering me a lot.
Yeah, you're
so now let me tell you that there is no quota whatsoever. Deserving people will get it. Something that is very unknown to you because you look at quota systems and you keep dividing people and it's all about identity politics. But with BJP, it's always been for the first time, the lobbyists, the moneyed people, those who carry political favors, some favorite journalists who do good by Congress party are being denied their People's Awards.
Okay.
And people, 92-year-old women, 92-year-old woman who believed in afforestation.
Absolutely. The perception optics of
Mohammed
it is
Sharif
great,
gets the award.
But yes, there's political messaging as well, which can't be denied. Bhavya, your closing remarks.
Two things. First of all, I would like to suggest, Shazia, you buy some better quality earphones so that, the voices won't be a problem. And again, my question was just the timing. No one is questioning the potential. No one is saying, you don't understand diversity. You made the statement already that, we are, yes, Karnataka deserves. Other states deserved. Why is it that last year Bihar had so many awards, 129 awards goes to only Delhi and Bihar? Two states, Delhi and Bihar, get 129 awards. Can you imagine?
Okay, so nobody can deny the political signaling, which I think Shazia also didn't deny,
there.
but yes, there seems to be recognition of people who are working amongst
Delhi
people,
and
which
Bihar
also
get
needs to be understood.
129
Thank you, Bhavya. Thank you,
awards.
Shazia, for joining us on this debate. Should there be institutional safeguards to ensure Padma Awards remain insulated from electoral calendar? But yes, that's not something that's possible. Political parties who are ruling the country at a certain point also need to understand that these awards are meant for recognizing people's work, welfare of people. Also, we have a special guest now. We have former Ministry of Home Affairs official RVS Mani, who has returned to the spotlight following his Padma Shri recognition, reviving the debate over his claims on coining of the term saffron terror. He has written a book on this, on the alleged political interference in terror investigations. Mr. Mani has accused the UPA government of pressurizing him in 2009 to sign a fabricated affidavit of selectively targeting leaders for political ends. He joins us now. Thank you, Mr. Mani, for speaking to NDTV. And congratulations. How did you react when you were informed about the Padma Shri yesterday? And what does this recognition mean to you?
See, yesterday morning I received a phone call from the Ministry of Home Affairs, a Joint Secretary. He informed me that I have been nominated for this award. So initially, honestly, I did not believe it. I thought how awards are for high and mighty. Then later on, two phone calls later, it came, and evening walk I had gone. Actually, I've come over to Chandigarh living with my son because of my pollution issues with Delhi. So here I can breathe better. The evening walk, I just set out on my evening walk. My wife called it and said, this is the information on net. So many. By the time you had also congratulated me on WhatsApp. So I came back, and my children also had gone out. They were also called back. And then then there was no time to think. There were uninterrupted calls from friends, acquaintances, old acquaintances, I do not know where all. People connected with me and said it's a matter of pride for them. I am honored. Actually, I am honored. And at the outset, I personally, it is my heartfelt gratitude to the Honorable Prime Minister of India and the Honorable Home Minister, who had thought me fit enough for this conferring this award. It's honestly because before 2014, the awards were generally given to, as I said, the high and the mighties.
Right.
But this is of the last few years, there have been lot of awards where people really who in the eyes of the government have worked towards society for betterment of nation, for things. They are getting the award, and that's a very, very extremely pleasant endeavor from the government. We should always thank this government for reaching out to the grassroots.
Mr. Mani, you're often credited, with the task of breaking the myth around saffron terror. Today, politically, we see even opposition is very apprehensive. It doesn't really talk about saffron terror. Even netas, leaders who raised it at that point have really toned down the narrative. Do you feel that your work on saffron terror has found the kind of resonance and acceptance in society that you had hoped for? Because if you look at what happened in Malegaon blast, the acquittals that happened earlier this year, there are two sides to it. One side feels justice has been served. There are also victims, families of people who lost their lives in the blast who feel that after 16 years of hearing, justice was completely evasive. What do you think when you look back at your own work on saffron terror? What is it that you feel?
It is that if it has to say that it has got resonance in the society, yes, indeed, it has. People's perspectives have changed. People are now more fact-oriented. Instead of it was narrative-oriented, they were chasing narratives. Now more and more people are chasing facts. And to that extent, to change the society, it has had an impact. But insofar as the particular cases out there, one big loss we suffered was the real perpetrators got away in Samjhota. The real perpetrator, whether it is Sharifuddin or Muhammad Bilal in the Makkah Masjid, they were never brought to book. In Malegaon, not just me, there are several people who have said it is Ahle Hadith. P.K. Jain, retired Additional Director General of Police, who was IG in charge of Nasik district, he had also confirmed about it. So to that extent, to allowing them to get away because of the time lag and all, that is number one, which did not happen. Number three, certain injustices had crept in due to long trial periods, especially the Malegaon. Colonel Purohit, now he is conferred a rank of colonel, full colonel. But had this unfortunate event not happened in the career, such an outstanding officer would have been a brigadier by now. And he would have had an extended tenure of one year, by which time he would have even been promoted to Major General rank. So it was a career which was disrupted, and it is not a career of a normal. He was a selection grade lieutenant colonel at the age of 34 when this unfortunate things happened.
But Mr. Mani, what do you have to tell those critics who say today that Padma Awards in today's times have become politicized and they favor those aligned with the government or those aligned with Hindutva or with the RSS, who support the RSS, or it's given to apolitical social workers? How do you respond to that kind of criticism in the context of your own award?
Two basic things. See, basically the structure of the government is like this, that the ministry is the main secretariat, the policy making, the implementation arm, the schemes, everything.
Yeah.
But for them, they are backed by a technical arm called the attached office or the subordinate office or whatever it is. Like that, for the Home Ministry, the IB was the bread and butter for everything. The IB inputs, the intelligence inputs, whether from the IB or from other agencies, there are many, FIU, Financial Intelligence Unit, the Central Economic Intelligence Bureau, the NDTV, they really are the miners. They do a mine out information, like a miner does for the precious metals. These people are doing mining information day in and day out after extreme rigor, with a rigorous process, and come out with data. Don't overlook that. There's a lot of effort and there's a lot of quality checks which go through. The process is such. So if you are able to rely upon that and take a position, I do not think. Similarly, each of the, whether it's the culture ministry or whether it's, I have been a director of the textile ministry, we used to depend upon the textile commissioner's office, the textile committee. They are the technical arm of that. So they know the bread and butter of that industry. Like that, IB knows the bread and butter of sector. The director IB is the most senior-most IPS officer of the country. Under his leadership, they are working. Please let us have confidence in them. They are one of the best intelligence agencies. I keep on saying, I will bet my shirt on that. They are the real miners of the country.
And sir, what do you have to tell the opposition who basically say that the awards are completely politicized and only those who are aligned with the government of the day or Hindutva or RSS are getting these awards, apart from the social workers? How would you respond to that criticism?
Two basic things. See, basically the structure of the government is like this, that the ministry is the main secretariat, the policy making, the implementation arm, the schemes, everything. But for them, they are backed by a technical arm called the attached office or the subordinate office or whatever it is. Like that, for the Home Ministry, the IB was the bread and butter for everything. The IB inputs, the intelligence inputs, whether from the IB or from other agencies, there are many, FIU, Financial Intelligence Unit, the Central Economic Intelligence Bureau, the NDTV, they really are the miners. They do a mine out information, like a miner does for the precious metals. These people are doing mining information day in and day out after extreme rigor, with a rigorous process, and come out with data. Don't overlook that. There's a lot of effort and there's a lot of quality checks which go through. The process is such. So if you are able to rely upon that and take a position, I do not think. Similarly, each of the, whether it's the culture ministry or whether it's, I have been a director of the textile ministry, we used to depend upon the textile commissioner's office, the textile committee. They are the technical arm of that. So they know the bread and butter of that industry. Like that, IB knows the bread and butter of textile. Their director IB is the most senior most IPS officer of the country. Under his leadership, they are working. Please let us release, please let us have confidence in them. They are one of the best intelligence agencies. I keep on saying, I will bet my shirt on that. They are the real miners of the country.
Thank you, Mr. Mani, for joining us, and congratulations on your award. Moving on to other breaking news now. And this is with regard to the at-home reception that is underway at the President's house at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. What we understand is that Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has set aside the Assamese Gamosa and he has refused to wear it despite the President's reminder, is what we understand. EU Chief Prime Minister Modi are seen wearing the Assamese Gamosa at the Rashtrapati Bhavan reception. My colleague Teshri joins us with more details on this. Teshri, the latest is what has happened at the at-home reception of the President. What is really happening here and what has really sparked this controversy?
Well, the gamusa, which is a piece of cloth, it is not a piece of cloth, but it is worn on the neck, in fact, and it is something which is used to show respect, honor and dignity to whom it is, offered. And that's what that's what the leaders witnessed at the President's house where the function was organized on the Republic Day's Eve. And also now what the BJP has been saying, that Rahul Gandhi did not even wear that gamusa which was offered to him, which was in a way it was a felicitation, in a way it is a pride of the Assam. It also in fact shows and reflects the culture of Assam. Not just that, but also in the year 2023 it has been identified as GI, that means geographical indication. And now BJP has been saying that it is the anti-northeastern mentality of the Congress party's leader Rahul Gandhi, who is the leader of opposition, who despite President asking him to wear.
Well, Shehzad Punawal of the BJP has reacted to this, and this is what he has said.
Congress party have hate and they have complete derision for Northeast, and therefore first his family ignored the Northeast, kept it aloof from development, from mainstream for the last 65-70 years, and now he's ignoring the culture of Northeast. When at the President's at-home reception, President of India Draupadi Murmuji, coming from the Adivasi Samaj, requested Rahul Gandhi to sport the Northeast Gamosa Patka, which was the theme of the entire program. He refused despite the President requesting him twice. He does not respect constitutional position. He does not respect Adivasi Samaj's first president, and he hates the Northeast culture so much that he refused the Gamosa. Even when he goes for programs in Assam, he does not take the Gamosa. He refuses it. He removes it. We have seen how his family has also hated the Northeast, particularly Assam. They bombed Northeast in the 1960s. They wanted to give up Assam to China. They always have kept Northeast away from development.
Teshri, now BJP is attacking the Congress party, specifically Rahul Gandhi, saying that this is something that he does every time and he does not take pride in the customs and traditions of the country. How is the BJP, how is the Congress party looking at this? Because I see Rahul Gandhi walking with the Assamese gamosa. He's not really wearing it. Has that become a political flashpoint?
Well, you see, this will be, in fact, one of the talking point when it comes to the Assam Assembly election as well. Because, yes, we are inching towards the Assembly elections in the state of Assam as well. And undoubtedly, the BJP will be picking up the issue, keeping in mind that the gamusa, that as we were talking, Masuda, is a symbol of respect, dignity, honor, pride and identity of Assam. And it is also used in the programs to felicitate to the individual. It is the pride and honor for the people of Assam. And Rahul Gandhi not wearing it, Rahul Gandhi not wearing it, BJP believes it's an insult not to the people of Assam but entire culture and tradition of the northeastern states. And also, in fact, the BJP has been alleging that President Draupadi Murmu requested him to wear gamusa for a couple of times, but he denied the request, keeping in mind that it already has the GI tag in their 2023. Needs to be seen how Congress party reacts to it. Definitely, Congress party will be calling it as a political gimmick, saying that BJP unnecessarily picks up this issue, but needs to be seen that how this issue is particularly picked up during Assam elections.
Right. Teshri, also explain to us, at-home reception of the president is seen as quite an important event, and there have been times when Rahul Gandhi has also missed out on those events. But this is also, an event where not just the chief guest comes, but also chiefs of the armed forces and also several delegates. How important was this occasion, and what exactly happened there?
So you see, this was Republic Day's event where the president invited the dignitaries, the guests, the ministers, the leader of opposition as well in the reception. And in fact, as you have rightly mentioned, not for the first time, it is not about not wearing the gamusa, but it has earlier also there have been instances where Rahul Gandhi was not present during the oath-taking ceremony of vice president as well. And that point of time as well, the BJP questioned the Congress party that it is said to be one of the highest constitutional position, and at that point of time Rahul Gandhi holding a book in his hand of constitution and not present in the ceremony, it definitely draws a contradiction in so as to what he says, how he reacts, and the manner in which he is absent from all these important events. And now even if he is present, then he is disrespecting the culture and tradition of Assam. Needs to be seen that how Congress party, Congress leaders reacts to it, and also of course how the Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sarma, react to this particular development as well.
So Rahul Gandhi is seen accepting the Assamese gamusa, but he is not really wearing it, and that exactly is the problem, is what the BJP is saying, that claiming that this is how he disrespects culture. But you can see Rahul Gandhi there at the at-home reception of President Draupadi Murmu. At home is an important reception that she hosts on the evening of 26th January and also Independence Day, 15th August. And all delegates are present there, and a new flashpoint has erupted between the Congress party and the BJP over Assamese gamusa now. All of this becomes highly volatile, with Assam going to polls in the next few months. With that, it's time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side.
आपको शायद पता नहीं होगा, अपार ने INS विक्रांत के लिए 150 से ज्यादा तरह के केबल्स बनाए हैं। देश के टॉर्पीडोस में भी हैं अपार के केबल्स। वंदे भारत भी अपार के केबल से ही स्पीड पकड़ती है, और यही वायर्स और केबल्स हमारे घरों को भी पावर करते हैं। विश्वास इसमें अपार, तभी तो ये है देश का तार।
मेड इन इंडिया क्यों नहीं? हमारे पास क्या है? मस्टर्ड ऑयल। इट इज आवर फ्लैगशिप ऑयल।
और हमें गर्व है कि 1933 से हम पी मार्क कच्ची घनी मस्टर्ड ऑयल का उत्पादन कर रहे हैं। इस मूल्यवान स्वदेशी प्रोडक्ट को बनाने में हमने खुद को समर्पित किया है पीढ़ियों से।
माँ भी हमेशा पी मार्क मस्टर्ड ऑयल में ही खाना बनाती थी।
कुछ तो बात है इस दिल में। पी मार्क, द मस्टर्ड स्पेशलिस्ट सिंस 1933। सरसों से सरसों।
Alright team, our new order show is ready. Now we need a promo. Something cool, something sharp.
Well, I'm sure we'll be having outstanding reviews, solid suggestions,
Expert advice, the latest trends. It's a lot simpler. We'll help people make the right auto decisions. It's got the cool stuff, geeky stuff, serious stuff, all of it, so that you can discover, decide and drive. I'm Siddharth Sharma and I am your Automate.
First February 2026. What will change? Will costs be more handy? Will my essentials get cheaper? Will my business grow bigger? Will I get richer? Will loans get easier? Will shopping be more fun? Will the prices drop? So I get more. What will happen? Union Budget 2026 on NDTV network.
Other opposition parties.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
मेड इन इंडिया क्यों नहीं? हमारे पास क्या है? मस्टर्ड ऑयल. इट इज आवर फ्लैगशिप ऑयल.
और हमें गर्व है कि 1933 से हम पी मार्क कच्ची घानी मस्टर्ड ऑयल का उत्पादन कर रहे हैं. इस मूल्यवान स्वदेशी प्रोडक्ट को बनाने में हमने खुद को समर्पित किया है पीढ़ियों से.
माँ भी हमेशा पी मार्क मस्टर्ड ऑयल में ही खाना बनाती थी.
कुछ तो बात है इस दिल में. पी मार्क द मस्टर्ड स्पेशलिस्ट सिंस 1933.
Mumbai are bringing our first India tour in your city. Rag on with Shankar Ehsan Loy and Siddharth Mahadevan and Shivam Mahadevan. 5 times melody, 5 times masti with NDTV Good.
From the enforced adoption of Hindi. Now that's a sentiment rooted in historical anti-Hindi agitations that in some shape the politics of Tamil Nadu. Udayanidhi Stalin has in fact said that language that has devoured several other languages and that he would not let that happen in the state of Tamil Nadu. Now, the BJP has been defending its language policies, insisting that there's no imposition of Hindi, framing the remarks as political grandstanding and diversion ahead of elections and underscoring the constitutional status of multiple languages, including English and regional tongues. Now, critics from the centre have also accused Stalin of needless provocation, while DMK leaders say that their position simply reflects federalism and respect for the Tamil language linguistic diversity. So, the big question we ask, can this resurgence of the Hindi imposition debate genuinely reflect what's happening on grassroots? Is it a concern that people of Tamil Nadu have, or is it just being amplified as a strategic wedge just ahead of the 2026 elections? That's what we discuss in the course of the next few minutes. First up, the reactions.
அவங்களுடைய தாய்மொழி அழியாண்டி இந்தி புகுந்ததுனால இன்னைக்கு அவங்க தாய்மொழி காண போயிடுச்சு. பீகாருடைய தாய்மொழி பீகாரி, ஹிந்தி உள்ள புகுந்து அவங்க தாய்மொழியை மறக்கடிச்சிருச்சு. சத்தீஸ்கருடைய தாய்மொழி சத்தீஸ்கர், உத்தரப்பிரதேசோட தாய்மொழி போஜ்புரி. இந்த மொழி இந்த மாநிலத்திலாம் ஹிந்தி உள்ள புகுந்துருச்சு. அவங்களுடைய தாய்மொழியை மறந்துட்டாங்க. இப்படி பல தாய்மொழிகளை விழுங்கிற மொழி இந்தி மொழி. அதனால நம்முடைய முதலமைச்சர் அவர்கள் கலைஞர் வழியில இந்தி திணிப்பை எப்போதும் எதிர்ப்போம்னு இன்னைக்கு வரைக்கும் உறுதியோடு இருக்கின்றார்.
Our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji always emphasized the Ek Bharat Shreshtha Bharat. But in Tamil Nadu, the Udayanidhi Stalin and Stalin family always talk about the separate nation, separate country, separate state. But in Tamil Nadu, the DMK failure, the government and the DMK people always they speak they tells we are the safeguard for the Tamil, but they didn't do nothing for the Tamil community, Tamil society. They looted for the Tamil Nadu. They are against the Sanatana Dharma. They are against the, now they are talking about the languages, yes, language like I strongly condemn to the Udayanidhi Stalin on his act.
Well, we are joined by Narayan Tirupati of the BJP. We also have Sumant Raman who's an analyst and an author. We have Ramsamy Mayappan, also an analyst, and we have Harish Mohammed Ibrahim, an analyst who supports the India Bloc parties. Thank you all of you for joining me on this broadcast. Mr. Narayan, how do you look at Udaynidhi's talent yet again reigniting this debate? Because, see, I do believe that the three-language policy was basically put in place with a lot of mindfulness, but the north of India did not really accept the generosity that South showed with, Dakshin Hindi Prachar Sabha and all. North did not respond, and there's a lot of angst in Tamil Nadu. It's just fighting the supremacy that the north of India has. So they do have a point here. But when this topic gets picked up again and again, do you think there's more politics to it, or is it just ideological positioning?
Sudha, what you said is very right. North did not definitely, wanted South Indian language. They never wanted to learn a South Indian language, and that is the issue. That is the problem. You rightly said those people in Hindi-speaking states should learn a South Indian language. In South Indian states should learn Hindi. This is what the three-language formula was. So, but who was the problem? Who did not implement it? It was the Congress governments, which was in power for so many years. That is the main reason. So, the Congress only responsible for imposition of Hindi. I am asking one straight question. If Tamil is your heart, if opposing Hindi or imposing Hindi is your politics or life, then why DMK is having an alliance with the Congress? Very simple question we have been asking. It was P. Chidambaram in 2010 who said that Hindi should be made as a national language. It was P. Chidambaram, not any BJP leader or any ministers. It was the Home Minister. Then Home Minister said that. What was DMK doing? They were in power. So whenever they are in power, they will say they will not talk about Hindi. When they are not in power at the center, they will say, no, you cannot impose Hindi. But who is imposed Hindi in Tamil Nadu? It is the DMK that imposed Hindi in Tamil Nadu. Very frankly, I am telling you, it is the DMK. How?
But sir, it was also the Congress party of the 60s. It's a different Congress party now, and Mr. Chand does not even speak in Hindi. So, Harish Mom, Mr.
I'll just finish.
Yes, sir.
In Tamil Nadu, it is the DMK who imposed Hindi because in all the private schools, particularly CBSE schools run by the DMK first family and all their face, it is the DMK which imposed Hindi.
That is important. That's a very important point. Harish Mohammed, two accusations here. Why are you aligning with the Congress party, which basically brought about this idea of imposing Hindi? And the second thing is, what happens to all the CBSE schools that several DMK leaders allegedly run through their family members, which also, has Hindi as one of the subjects?
So afraid to learn that Mr. Narayanan sir doesn't aware that the CBSE school has been having a central board syllabus where the three-language policy has been a mandatory policy, where the state subject doesn't have those kind of mandatory policy, where we have, when the official language act has been promulgated, we have made sure that Tamil Nadu is the only state which made sure that we will be going ahead with only the two-language policy, and that has provided a great, tremendous results, putting across Tamil Nadu in the spot of top 3 in every indices, whether it is mortality rate, whether it is human development index, whether it is infrastructure index, whether it is a manufacturing index, whether it is GSDP, you name it, whatever. And those two-language policy of learning mother tongue along with the communication, the official, one among the official language, either Hindi or English should be speaking, and it has been already happening, and the tremendous result is on the board. So why we have to make sure to go ahead and learn another language, third language, where you show any one particular state where you have two language at least.
But Harish, my point is, why is the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister, why are they constantly talking about this? Because recently I attended the NDA rally and I see a lot of people in Tamil Nadu completely agreeing with your point. But at the same time, this is not an issue on the ground. Are you trying to make it ideological because it's emotional, it's volatile, and you're just trying to make this into a wedge so that the shortcomings in governance can be made up for?
Now, what are the shortcomings of governance? Whether you name it, any shortcomings of governance is existing in this last 5 years, you name it.
No, it's a government that has run for 5 years, so anti-incumbency might be there. And it is just, when you pick up these emotional issues, then people might not really want to talk about those issues on ground.
Those are falsehood which the BJP has to spin the narrative. There is nothing there is kind of anti-incumbency. If that is to be existed, we don't invoke the religious angle or the language angle into it. those are the undercurrent of Tamil Nadu. And if you touch Tamil as a language or through your Hindi imposition, the entire state will vehemently oppose it. So you can't go ahead. Even before 2 days back, when Mr. Modi have been there on a rally, he was speaking against all the ill against the Tamil people in Bihari, in Odisha, and coming here and making a double standard face to be looked out for the Tamil people.
He hasn't spoken against. In fact, he was. Let me get in Sumant Raman here. Sumant Raman, do you think this is more of an ideological position that the DMK is taking because it wants to position itself as the only custodian of Tamil rights? Because I have a lot of Tamil friends. Nobody wants Hindi imposition to happen, and everyone respects the fact that Hindi imposition should not take place. North Indian supremacy is also something that everyone agrees with. But the point is the DMK overplaying its ideological cards here because elections are coming up?
No, very clearly they have decided that this election is going to be the usual, anti-Hindi, anti-North Indian, anti-Brahmin, anti-BJP kind of election. Because, see, one would have hoped that after 5 years in power, they would go to the people with their track record in government. But clearly that does not seem to be the case. So that's why we are getting all these old issues being regurgitated. Vasudha, the important thing we have to understand is they all run schools which are CBSE schools where they teach Hindi. They don't have a problem with that. So this imposition, now if you believe so strongly about a particular language, why would you run schools which actually teach that language? So see, one other thing that people must understand, in the state, there is the fervor for Tamil education has drastically fallen. Everybody wants an education in English. And please point out 4 or 5 DMK leaders or ministers whose children are studying in Tamil medium schools. They love the language, right?
Right.
Their life is for Tamil. Why do they put their children in English medium schools? Let them put them in Tamil medium to show their love for the language.
Okay, that's an important point. Mr. Tirupati, DMK leader Kanimozhi recently said that, why can't the centre have one scheme which is named in Tamil? Has the centre in some ways been unable to address regional fears, especially Tamil Nadu's fears when it comes to this Tamil language dominance? Because the DMK really sort of has the narrative on this, the aggressive narrative on this. What is it that the BJP is missing out here on? Because
the central government, yes, it has named many schemes in Hindi. There is no doubt at all, but it is there for a very long time. And because Hindi is our official language, it is in the constitution, so you cannot change it. But there is no bar from the no bar for the state governments to have the same translated into Tamil and take it forward. After all, the state governments also a part of Indian government. We should understand this. This is a federal state where India, for its administrative purposes, has created states. Please understand. So this is also our government. So the state governments can take, for example, you take Rega, we call it as a Nooru Naal Vele Vaippu Thittam, 100 days job guarantee scheme. That is how people know. And there are many schemes we have popularized in Tamil Nadu, in Tamil, not BJP, the state government itself. So why can't you do that? You do this. Has anybody stopped you from doing that? No, you want to do politics in this issue. So having a scheme in different languages throughout the country or making it available in the domain, public domain, is going to be difficult. In Tamil Nadu, have it in Tamil. In Karnataka, have it in Kannada. Who stopped you?
Okay. Harish Mohammed Ibrahim, this is just political rhetoric, and you are just claiming passions to have some sense of socio-political impact, which may or may not happen. That's the big allegation there. How would you respond?
No, those are bizarre. And that is how it has been operated. The political expert, Mr. Sumant C. Raman, is stating that the policies of Hindi and Tamil has not been alienated. But here, having said that, the Tamil students are learning their first language is Tamil and the second language is English, which is what the Official Languages Act is promulgated for. You have a Hindi or English as a communication language, and which has been prescribed in Tamil Nadu across the state in whatever the curriculum. Even for CBSE, they have an official language of Hindi, English, and Tamil as their compulsory mother tongue should be learned in Tamil Nadu. So you can't go ahead and say that even in CBSE only they are teaching Hindi and English. No, official languages of the mother state has to be taught, and it is the CBSE rule. How come the political expert doesn't aware of this?
Mr. Sumantraman, the fight here seems to be... The fight here, okay, now, Mr. Tirupati, you wanted to respond to this because the fight here seems to be Hindi versus English, right? Because a lot of us, including me, want English as the link language, not Hindi.
No, Vasudha, the issue is this. The poor government school children, they are studying only two languages. That is the Tamil and English. But whereas the rich or the schools run by the DMK families or politicians' families, they have three languages. Only one language, that is Tamil language, is in Tamil, whereas science and other language, history, social science, everything is in English. In CBSE schools. You tell me.
Come on, sir, English is aspirational, right? You can't, I mean, everyone wants to learn English today, right? I mean,
let them learn. I am not against any language.
It's the language of opportunity, isn't it?
No, but why you are not giving an opportunity for the government school students to learn a third language? Whereas more than 60% of the students, particularly studying in politicians' schools, they are learning Hindi or some other subject according to their taste.
Bias because you're not letting students of government colleges have that option, whereas the
schools and colleges.
Ones that go to CBSE schools have that option.
Tamil Nadu hosts the highest Hindi Prachar Sabha across India, and people are learning on their own will. There is no problem with people going and learning Hindi or any French or German on their own will. We vehemently.
I am asking you, Vasudha. I am asking.
That is what happening.
Only one thing. I am asking Harish only one thing. Why don't you give an option for government school students, the poor government school students, to learn a third language? What stops you? You have done that in CBSE schools. You have that in Sunshine School run by Honorable Chief Minister's family, first family.
That is Hindi through backdoor is what they're saying. Harish Mohammed, quickly respond to that before I wrap up the show.
No, there are two official language formula which has been working and making to put across Tamil Nadu.
Only for poor schools.
Okay, with that we have to wrap up the show. This is something clearly to think about, and this probably is where the real battle for hearts and votes will be in the course of the next few months in the state of Tamil Nadu. With that, it's time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side.
US, Malaysia. Made in India क्यों नहीं? हमारे पास क्या है? Mustard oil. It is our flagship oil.
और हमें गर्व है कि 1933 से हम पी मार्क कच्ची घानी मस्टर्ड ऑयल का उत्पादन कर रहे हैं। इस मूल्यवान स्वदेशी प्रोडक्ट को बनाने में हमने खुद को समर्पित किया है पीढ़ियों से।
माँ भी हमेशा पी मार्क मस्टर्ड ऑयल में ही खाना बनाती थी।
कुछ तो बात है इस दिल में। P Mark, the mustard specialist since 1933.
21 days in Kashmir. People have bombarded me, friends, with requests for an unfiltered list of things I saw and observed on the ground.
Very special ground report from the line of control. There were some children who've lost limbs in the shelling.
They are now India's smallest but possibly the most powerful crime family. Cough syrup has killed at least 25 children. Gaikwad sahab, aise mat kijiye. Suddenly people are wondering about the weaponization of India-Pakistan cricket. We live and breathe elections. You will not believe your eyes or ears when I show you what I'm about to do.
And for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude.
We're standing on the Indian Navy's newest warship.
The line of control, Shiv Arur, NDTV.
को यहाँ से जाना ही होगा।
जय मां दुर्गा!
There is no bigger battle in 2026, and nobody has reported Bengal like I have. Buckle up for an unforgettable election thriller. Will the BJP breach Mamta's fortress?
TMC जावे बीजेपी आसमे
Can Didi fight off her life's biggest challenge?
বিজেপি ডাবল ইঞ্জিন সরকার এই লড়াই বাঁচতে হবে।
Battleground Bengal with Manogya Loiwal.
Straight from the heart of the newsroom to the core of the stories shaping your world. Join me, Gargi Raut, as I track all the developments as they break. Live from the NDTV newsroom, weekdays at 4 p.m.
I don't sugarcoat. I shoot straight and tell you stories the way they need to be told. Unfiltered, unafraid, unmissable. That's how I roll. Watch me, Priyanka Deo, on NDTV World. Namaste.
Made in India क्यों नहीं? हमारे पास क्या है? Mustard oil. It is our flagship oil.
और हमें गर्व है कि 1933 से हम पी मार्क कच्ची घानी मस्टर्ड ऑयल का उत्पादन कर रहे हैं। इस मूल्यवान स्वदेशी प्रोडक्ट को बनाने में हमने खुद को समर्पित किया है पीढ़ियों से।
माँ भी हमेशा पी मार्क मस्टर्ड ऑयल में ही खाना बनाती थी।
कुछ तो बात है इस दिल में। P Mark, the mustard specialist since 1933.
Across the country, he has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. Aditya Raj Kaul, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV Network.